Something didn't feel right. This should have been a moment of celebration. A new chapter. A bold career move. But instead of applause, the noise came first. And the noise was loud. Lisa's name wasn't trending because of her work. It was trending because of who people think she's dating. Direct hit focus and ARAHCERITA, MENIT14. Focus on this part. Lisa didn't quietly step into a new phase of her career. She stepped into it with confidence, intention, and global attention. A new project. A new direction. A signal that she's no longer just an idol, but a woman expanding her world. Look at this closely. The announcement itself was clear. Professional. Calculated. There was no scandal attached to it. No controversy built into the move. And yet, the reaction online took a sharp turn. Here, what most people overlooked. The criticism didn't start with the work. It didn't question her performance, her preparation, or her experience. It questioned her worth. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about talent. It was about access, privilege, and a rumored relationship that has never been officially confirmed. This wasn't a coincidence. Every time a female artist levels up, the same pattern repeats. Success is no longer hers alone. It must be explained away. People didn't ask, how did she earn this? They asked, who helped her get this? And that question says more about the audience than it does about her. As the backlash grew, the tone shifted. Comments stopped sounding like concern. They started sounding like accusation. Words like influence and connections were thrown around casually. As if years of discipline, global tour, and cultural impact could be erased with one rumor. Lisa became a headline, but not for the reason she deserved. What should have been a career milestone turned into a courtroom. And the internet appointed itself judge and jury. Direct hit focus and ARAHCERITA, MENIT47. Look deeper. Lisa has spent more than a decade under constant scrutiny. Every move analyzed. Every expression dissected. She trained longer, worked harder, and carried expectations heavier than most. Yet the moment she steps outside the box people built for her, the backlash follows. Why now? Because this career move signals independence. Not just artistically, but symbolically. She's no longer waiting for permission. She's choosing her path. And that makes people uncomfortable. Here's the part that stings the most. Male artists linked to powerful figures are called strategic. Smart. Well-connected. Female artists are called lucky. Lisa didn't say a word during the backlash. And that silence became another weapon used against her. People assumed guilt, arrogance, entitlement. But silence doesn't always mean weakness. Sometimes it means restraint. The rumor itself spread faster than the facts. No confirmation. No statement. No proof. Just repetition. And repetition turns speculation into truth for those who want it to be. This explains why the criticism felt so aggressive. It wasn't about protecting fairness. It was about controlling the narrative. Because if Lisa's success can be reduced to a rumor, then her hard work doesn't have to be acknowledged. Direct hit focus and ARAHCERITA, MENIT 710. Watch how the conversation evolved. At first, it was subtle. Passive comments. Side remarks. Then it escalated. Suddenly, people were rewriting her entire career. As if her past achievements were retroactively invalid. But here, what doesn't add up? Lisa's influence didn't start yesterday. Brands didn't line up overnight. Opportunities didn't magically appear. They were built. Over time. With consistency. Now everything makes sense. The backlash wasn't triggered by the rumor alone. It was triggered by timing. She announced a new move, a powerful one, and some people couldn't stand seeing her win without explanation. This explains why it ended this way. Because the internet loves a story where success feels undeserved. It feels safer that way. If someone earns it too cleanly, the audience starts looking for dirt. The truth finally caught up. And the truth is simple. Lisa didn't take anything from anyone. She stepped into what she earned. Dove PNUTUP, EMOSONAL. The noise will fade. It always does. Careers don't collapse because of rumors. They collapse because of inconsistency. And Lisa has never been inconsistent. The truth didn't need noise. It only needed time. And that was enough. But there's another layer people ignored. While the backlash was loud, something else was happening quietly. Support. Not the trending kind. Not the screaming kind. But the steady kind. Fans who have watched Lisa grow didn't rush to defend her with insults. They defended her with memory. They remembered the trainee years. The performances that went viral without controversy. The stages where she carried pressure with a smile that never cracked. And slowly, the narrative began to shift. Because outrage burns fast. But facts burn longer. Think about this. If a rumor can erase a decade of work, then the work was never respected to begin with. Lisa didn't respond. She didn't clarify. She didn't perform damage control. Instead, she kept moving. And that's what unsettled people the most. She didn't pause her life to explain herself to strangers. She didn't reshape her ambition to make others comfortable. She let the work speak. And over time, the conversation lost its fuel. Here's the irony. The same people who accused her of benefiting from influence were spreading her name further than any promotion ever could. Every criticism amplified her reach. Every angry post reminded the world she was still relevant, still powerful, still watched. Backlash doesn't always stop momentum. Sometimes it proves it exists. As days passed, attention returned to what actually mattered. The project, the move, the career decision. And when people finally looked at it without bias, the questions changed. Not who helped her, but what's next. That's when the noise truly lost. Because once curiosity replaces resentment, control is gone. Lisa didn't win by arguing. She won by enduring. And that endurance is something no rumor can buy. No connection can fake. No criticism can erase. In the end, this wasn't a story about a boyfriend. It was a story about projection. About how society reacts when a woman outgrows the limits placed on her. Lisa didn't break the system. She simply stepped beyond it. And the backlash was the sound of it struggling to catch up. If history has taught us anything, it's this. The loudest criticism often arrives right before the quiet confirmation of success. And when that confirmation comes, no one remembers the noise. Only the result.